Welcome to the tutorial on Boolean algebra. To begin with, Boolean algebra is used to analyze and simplify digital or the logic circuits. It uses only the binary numbers, that is 0 and 1, and hence it is called as binary algebra or logical algebra. And this Boolean algebra was invented in 1854 by George Boole. This algebra is sometimes also called as the switching algebra, and it forms a mathematical framework on which logic design is based. It is used in synthesis and analysis of binary logical function. So if you look at this particular slide, we have some basic laws of Boolean algebra. The first basic law is the law of complementation. The term complement means to invert, and inversion is represented by drawing a bar above the logical symbol. So you can see that to change a 0 to 1 or to change 1 to 0, we perform the law of complement as 0 bar to be equal to 1 or 1 bar is equal to 0. If we place double complement over a symbol or a character, then it is equivalent to the symbol itself or the character itself. Coming to the second law, that is the OR law. Since we are using only two numbers, that is binary numbers 0 and 1, we perform the logical operations addition and multiplication for these two binary numbers. So here you can see 0 plus 0 is considered as 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Instead of writing or representing both in terms of binary numbers, I can represent one of them as a character, and I can write this as 1 plus a is equal to 1, a plus a bar is equal to 1, a plus a is equal to a, and 1 plus a bar is equal to 1. That means to say a can either be 0 or 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, or if I consider this as 1, then 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 again, or 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 1 plus, this can either be a 0 or 1, will be equal to 1. Coming to the AND laws. You know, ANDing operation is 0 into 0 is 0. Anything multiplied with 0 will be equal to 0. 1 into 1 is equal to 1. In terms of characters, if I have to represent, a into a bar is equal to 0. A into a is equal to a. So if I consider a to be equal to 0, then 0 into 1 is equal to 0, whereas 0 into 0 is equal to 0, or 1 into 1 is equal to 1. So this is the simplest way in which we can understand the three laws, that is the law of complementation, OR law, and AND law. That is, we are replacing the character with binary number 0 and 1. Now coming to the remaining laws, that is the commutative law. The commutative law can be written for OR operation and for AND operation. If you observe the previous basic laws, the OR operation or the OR law was always represented with a plus sign, and an AND law was represented by a dot. So same thing is being continued further when we represent the commutative law or any other law, that is associative law, or if we are going to see the De Morgan's theorem, everything, you have to remember that OR is represented by a plus and is represented by a dot. Now coming to the properties of commutative law. This states that the order in which the variables are odd makes no difference in the output. Here we have considered two variables, that is a and b. So a plus b is equal to b plus a. So what we have done is we have taken a separately, b separately, performed a plus b operation. Then we have taken b and a and performed b plus a operation. So if you observe, the result obtained on performing a plus b is equivalent to the result performed on b plus a. So this says that irrespective of the order of the variables that are odd, your result will be the same. Coming to the second variation of the property, that is in terms of AND. So here the property says that multiplication states that the order in which the variables are ANDed makes no difference in the output. That is a dot b is equal to b dot a. So we have a here, b here, a dot b, b here, a here, b dot a. So we have performed a into b and we have performed b into a. The result is the same. One thing to be remembered here, whether you are going for a commutative law, associative law, distributive law, any law, these laws are applicable for equal to two variables or more than two variables. In these particular examples, I have considered either two variables or I have in some cases have considered three variables. So you just cannot confine yourself saying that the commutative law is applicable only for two variables. No. If I had another variable c, in that case a plus b plus c would have been equal to c plus b plus a. So the order does not matter. And moreover, because I have considered two variables, that is why I get total of 4 combinations. That is 2 to the power 2. Always you should remember that the number of combinations that you are going to use will be dependent on 2 to the power n. This 2 to the power n corresponds to the number of combinations where n will be equal to the number of variables present. So because here two variables are present, so 2 to the power 2 will be equal to 4 and hence we have 4 different combinations 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Now next coming to the property, that is associative property. This associative property I am going to explain for two cases, again for ORing, another one for ANDing. As I said, most of these properties will be different for ANDing and different for ORing. So in this case, as you observe, this property states that ORing of the several variables, the result is the same regardless of the grouping of the variables. So in the associative property, we are mainly grouping the variables. So when we group the variables, we are going to perform the operation over the group first and then we will continue with the remaining part. So here if you observe, a plus b forms a group and c is a separate variable. So a plus b will be the operation that will be performed and then we are going to OR c with the result obtained from a plus b. So here in this case, because it is an associative property, I will not be able to explain the groupism for two variables, but I can explain the groupism for three variables. So here you have three variables a, b, c, correct? And how many number of combinations are required for this? 2 to the power n, where n is equal to 3. So 2 to the power 3 will become 8. So that is why you have 8 combinations for the inputs. You can see here starting from 0, 0, 0 till 1, 1, 1. And I am forming the operation for the first group, that is a plus b. And I am going to perform the operation of a plus b ORed with c, and the result I obtain here is A plus B plus C here. So this is the operation or the result that you obtain. Now, if you want to check whether this result is same as that of the right hand side, what we are doing is we are going to perform B plus C as one group and we are going to OR it with A, and the result will be same as that of A plus B plus C. So these two, when you compare, you can see that clearly the results are same. So this is the property related to ORing of several variables. Now the same associative property can be applied for ANDing. So this says that multiplication states make no difference in what order the variables are grouped. So you can see A and B multiplied with C, A multiplied with B dot C. Now you would have seen that sometimes in most of the previous cases we have represented the multiplication process by a dot. It's not always necessary that the dot should be present. Sometimes you can just write the variable after the grouping, or you can also represent A dot B as AB. So that is why this is one example which shows you that a dot is not always necessary. So here again, because three variables are involved, mainly in the associative property you cannot explain the grouping using two variables. So that is why we go for three variables as I explained earlier. So here 2 to the power n, 2 to the power 3, which is equal to 8. Combinations of inputs, A dot B is there, B dot C is there. A dot B multiplied with C gives me a result here, which is shown here. And then B dot C multiplied with A gives me a result which is shown here. So perfectly it is very much clear that A dot B multiplied with C is equal to A multiplied with B dot C. So from the associative property we have understood that whether you are ANDing or ORing, the order of groupism is not very much important. Where what is important is that the result remains the same irrespective of the grouping. Now coming to the next property, that is the distributive property. In the distributive property, which says A multiplied with B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. So since three variables are present, again 8 combinations of inputs you can see here. I am performing B plus C operation, then I am performing A into B plus C operation. So this completes the column number 5, completes my left hand side, whereas I am performing A into B as column number 6, A into C as column number 7, and A into B plus A into C as column number 8. So to compare the LHS with the RHS, I need to compare the column number 5 with the column number 8, and the result is this same. Now coming to the second variation of the distributive property, we have A plus A bar B. Okay, this is another variation of the distributive property. The previous distributive property that I showed you made use of three variables. This is a second variation in which we make use of just two variables. But here we are having another variable, that is A bar. This variable A bar is nothing but a complement of A. So you can see that we have A and B. Since these are two variables that are being used, so only 4 combinations of inputs we will have. Now A bar is also written, that is the complement of A, and we have A bar B. So we are going to multiply A bar and B and write the result. Then we are going to OR A plus A bar B. So this result is ORed with A, and you get this as 0, 1, 1, 1. And if you look at the RHS says this is equivalent to writing a plus b. So I perform the operation a plus b and I get the result as 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. The same as that of the LHS. So in this case as well, LHS is equal to RHS. So unlike the previous case where we showed the distributive property using 3 variables, here we are showing the distributive property just by using the 2 variables. Now coming to the fourth property, that is duality property, which says that the dual of an expression of any expression can be obtained easily by following the rules. That is, change all zeros to ones, or second one is change all ones to zeros, dots are replaced with plus and plus are replaced with dots, and operation is replaced with or operation is replaced with and. So we are changing all zeros to ones. So how do you change all zeros to ones? You are just going to take a complement of that and it will change to the other variable. So x plus 0 is equal to x, which is equal to x dot 1, which is equal to x. Here x plus y is equal to y plus x, that is equal to x dot y is equal to y dot x. So can you tell me which property does this thing belong to? X plus y is equal to y plus x. It is belonging to the property, that is the commutative property. That is, the order in which the variable is placed makes no difference in the result. So same thing has been put up here. Next, x plus 1 is equal to 0 is equal to x dot 0 is equal to 1. So this is duality property. That is, you change the zeros to ones and ones to zeros, and operation is replaced with or operation is replaced with and operation. Coming to the last theorem or the property, that is the De Morgan's theorem, and this is one of the important property of the Boolean algebra, which is used to simplify the complex Boolean expressions. So the first theorem states that the complements of the product of two variables is equal to the sum of the complement of individual variable. So AB bar, that is AB whole bar, is equal to A bar plus B bar. So this is the complement of the product of the two variable, and this is the sum of the complements of individual variable. So since we have two variables here, 4 combination of inputs, and I want to map LHS to be equal to RHS, so that is why I am also writing what is A bar and B bar. I am going to take the multiplication of AB and then complement it, so that is why I have AB bar here. And one more thing to be noted, we don't represent dot always, so that is why you can clearly see AB bar is written together. So you can see the result of AB bar is 1, 1, 1, 0, and A bar plus B bar is also equal to 1, 1, 1, 0, and LHS is equal to RHS, which concludes that complements of product of two variables is equal to the sum of the complements of individual variable. Now coming to the second De Morgan's theorem. So this says that the complement of the sum of the two variables is equal to the product of the complement of two individual variables. If you would have seen previously, you had taken the complementation of the product term, then it changed to the sum term. Whereas in the second theorem, you are taking the complementation of the sum term, which will then be turned to product term. So again, since two variables are used, we will take A, B, A bar, B bar, A plus B we will take, then A plus B bar complement we will take, A plus B bar we will take, and the result we get as 1, 0, 0, 0. And individually when we do A bar dot B bar, we get this as 1 0 0 0. So if you observe, LHS is equal to RHS. So I believe you have understood all the theorems and all the properties. So let me quickly summarize what we have seen. Now here what we can observe is that we have named the different properties and we are going to represent in terms of AND form. We are going to represent them in terms of OR form. AND form means it is multiplication, OR form means it is addition. So identity law says 1 dot A is equal to A, 0 plus A is equal to A. Null law says 0 into A is equal to 0, 1 plus A is equal to 1. Idempotent law says A into A is A plus A is A. Inverse law, A into A bar is equal to 0, A plus A bar is equal to 1. Commutative law, that is, the result will be the same irrespective the order in which you are going to place the variables. AB is equal to BA, A plus B is equal to B plus A. Associative law, irrespective of the kind of grouping, the result will be the same. AB multiplied with C is equal to A into BC. Same way, A plus B grouped together plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Distributive law, A plus BC is equal to A plus B into A plus, or I can write this as A multiplied with B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. So what they have done here is they have just replaced this OR operation with the multiplication, and multiplication operation is replaced with addition operation. Now coming to absorption law, A into A plus B is equal to A plus AB is equal to A. Finally, the De Morgan's theorem, AB bar is equal to A bar plus B bar, and here in OR case it is going to be A plus B the whole bar is equal to A bar into B bar.